superego absorbs our image of the ideal self, the moral authority, the idealized father, God, or other figures who watch and judge. But the superego is not always benevolent. It can be harsh, paranoid, unforgiving, and self-destructive. It is the inner judge that may demand the impossible and punish every smallest mistake. How does conscience arise? Here is the key. Conscience is not part of the id, and it is not directly a function of the superego. It arises in the ego at the moment when the ego becomes aware of some desire, e.g., irritation, aggression, erotic fantasy, envy. And it encounters the prohibition of the superego, a rule within, I am not allowed to feel this. This is unacceptable. This would degrade me as a person, daughter, believer. That is the moment when guilt arises. Guilt is the product of the clash between desire and prohibition. Conscience is the emotional echo of that conflict. What if the desire is repressed? Freud showed that not all desires reach consciousness. Many of them are repressed, that is, pushed out of the ego into the depths of the unconscious. The reasons might be, I can't admit I envy my sister. I'm ashamed of wanting to cheat. I mustn't be angry at my mother. And then the desire lives on, but outside of awareness. There is no encounter with the superego, and therefore no guilt. Instead, panic attacks, displaced aggression, self-destruction, procrastination, sudden waves of shame without clear cause. The person suffers, but does not know why, because their conscience is turned off, not because it doesn't exist, but because no conscious confrontation occurred. And now, about God, people who believe in God often live with the deep conviction that God sees everything, even my thoughts. Nothing can be hidden from him. I am accountable to him. In psychoanalytic terms, God here appears as an external figure of the superego. The psyche projects its internal moral judge outward. So instead of thinking, I forbid this to myself, the person thinks, God forbids this to me. And this works very powerfully. Faith creates a moral vertical. It provides structure, meaning, and boundaries. But there is another side. If all moral conflict is external, the ego does not develop the ability to experience guilt independently, nor to form its own judgment.